Next. I understand it's past midnight, but I want to finish the month out. Veer Mahan. I'm really psyched for this upcoming PLE. Can't wait to put on a great show for the crowd. You got it, bud. That loser Mahan attacked me during the last fight. I'm not going to stand for this garbage. I want to settle things in the ring with him within the next 3 weeks. You got it. You mess with Mansoor, you pay the price. Well, your whole gimmick is about having a bunch of money. I forgot also that you were trying to buy Raw. So maybe we'll bring that back in. Ensure that Wendy Chu cuts a promo this week for double cost. Okay, a card I'll never use, but that's a perfect spot for her. Injury rehab, don't care. Health spa, will buy. Contract negotiation might be good to buy. We'll do a managed roster check here. Let's check on Carrie's contract is expiring in 2 weeks, so I need to be mindful of that. Valhalla's contract is expiring in 2 weeks, so I need to be mindful of that. And Rich Orikawa's is expiring in 2 weeks. So that's fine. Stamina check. Cena is still real low for some reason. Cross is still real low. I kind of need Cena back. And then morale, I already saw Wendy was upset with me. Yeah, everybody else is neutral. It's the same crowd week in, week out. But Wendy is upset. So good thing I have those cards. I mean, I would have the money if she were to, like, hold me up, but it's just better to tide things over. There we go. Alright. Wendy, you have to be on the microphone this week, and so you shall be. Maybe I don't do a call out. Maybe I just do a self promo. How are we doing on our season goals? We're about halfway good with table smashes. We're about halfway good with commissioner goals. Rivalries, GM interference. We just have to wait. Just for fun, we'll check out free agents. Pretty Ruthless is still up there. Jody Garcia is still up there. Penelope Perfect, Andrea Cannon. Some of these, their popularities are just going to drop dramatically. Donna Matrix. Some idiot. Okay, so we have some promos, or some feuds already at level 4. Carmella and Ella is already at level 4. And then Cross and Knight is at level 4. And then Heath and AJ is at level 4. So those are the ones I'm going to focus on. Mansoor and Mahan I also want to blow off. I got to get Mahan a win. Let's see. I gotta get rid of this tag feud also. I'm so frustrated by tag feuds. They are so annoying in 2K23. Okay. Let's build up Aaliyah, Nikkita. we'll do that by having Nikkita in a match against somebody and having Aaliyah run in. Okay. Tag team. No title. Yeah, no title. But no interference. Just please start a feud. I'm begging you. Door, card match, and then let's see here. Mansoor, grudge match. Veer wants to be at the PLE. He will. Ella shot the title, and then contracts. And Indy is free to go up against Carrie again. JC and Indy. Put something else in here. Who do we got? Cross and Manhattan. Or Cross, Knight, and Manhattan. Fighter. Ugh. God. What am I doing? Almost half my roster is fighters. Go. Okay. Feel like I stopped talking for a bit there because I'm in my head with all this. Tag titles, I don't know if this is going to start a feud because tag team feuds don't seem to decay like singles feuds, and they don't seem to overwrite like singles feuds. So I might just have to pretend that this is a feud going on. But tag team titles on the line. That'll be a good match. Decent popularities. Certainly be better than this match, which is just going to stink, but we'll build it up. This match, I don't know what to do with these. They've been fighting each other forever. I need them to start a feud. And I need Cena to maybe chill on the stamina for just a second so that he can make it to the live event. And this match should build Aaliyah Nikkita without costing Aaliyah a win. And then build towards the world title match at Hell in a Cell. And then this will just chill them. They're probably going to open next week. And then Flint and Cena. 100 stamina. It's a shame to not have him on the card. I mean, what about this? Okay, what about this? Horikawa runs in. I don't know. And then I can do rest Xia. Do I do a Dana Brooke call out? Or do I let them go for another month? Right now, Hell in a Cell is going to have Cross Knight, Manhattan Styles, Fatal 4-Way Women's World. It will have Mahan, Mansoor, and then something else. So I could try doing Dana calling out Wendy. And if it works, then great. And if it doesn't, then great. Hopefully this gives Flint McStones a win. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. No gimmicks on any of these because we're struggling with stamina. We can go up to level 2 for crew. Big stadium. Money's fine. Power cards are fine. I don't feel like... I mean, I have 13 contract negotiations, so I could just use some of these. But there's also a morale benefit for just renewing somebody's contract. And I'm also not hurting for money. So I think it's fine. I think we will buy this one also just for the sake of it. Okay. Is my order right? Women's tag titles on the line in the opener. Top stars in the main event. Definitely a mid-card match. And please start a tag team rivalry for the men. Please do it. Logistics all look good. Where are we at? We're in Buffalo, New York. Go ahead and check that last minute. Welcome, Buffalo, to the road to 10 million fans. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Starting us off, 2 weeks ago, we saw Kerry Rush and Valhalla form a new team and beat the tag team champions, claiming stake at the tag team titles. And then last week, JC and Indy both pulled off big wins on their own, showing that they are still champions for a reason. And so we're going to start off with a tag team match for the women's tag team champions Championships. Yeah. And retaining the titles, Indy and JC, and they start a new feud. Blessed be. Okay, level 1 rivalry. I will take it. 4-star match. Jane Hartwell defeat Rush and Valhalla. I'm legitimately happy with that result. 4-star match. Retain the titles. Sweet. That rules. That's awesome. Vicki McLeod, or maybe no, Xia Li is coming out to cut a promo. But then as she's approaching the ring, Vicki McLeod, her voice starts echoing throughout the stadium. And she appears on the monitor. She is at Buffalo, New York Town Hall. And she has just gotten certification that says that Xia Li is a dirty cheater and a loser. I don't know, something ridiculous that, like, of course it's a fake, like, town hall proclamation, but it definitely gets under Xia Li's skin. And it is definitely a surprise. Nobody saw that coming. And so it's excellent. And it's making me giggle, so I think it's great. Stupid. I had to, like, stop myself because I was gonna swear. Cloud calls Lee. All right. In an exhibition match, Flint McStone's PhD takes on Matt Adore. They have good competing styles. Matt Adore sees Flint McStone's headgear and thinks that he's a bull. And being a bullfighter as he is, it's just a natural fit. And Rich Orikawa decides to watch the match to see just how good of a fighter Matt Adore thinks he is. He thinks that he is... in this era of consistency as a former Raw star, thinks he can just, waltz right in, whereas Rich has been a star all around the world. That all makes sense.
2, that's 3. Bring it.
Flint McStones gets a win. It's disappointing. Does nothing for anybody. Except gives Flint a win, so hopefully that helps with his morale. McStones defeats Adore with a run-in from Orikawa. 1.5 stars. Probably one of the worst matches I've ever had. Wendy Chu has been asked to cut a promo. And she's backstage. She's sleeping. And we get a view into her dreamscape. Her, nightmare sort of zone that she lives in. And in her nightmare, we see her tapping out Dana Brooke. With a sleeper hold, of course. And the crowd thinks it's excellent. The cinematography is gorgeous. So, again, keeping up a good string of excellent promos, even though we didn't have any last week. And that wasn't a call out, by the way. That was just hyping up Wendy Chu. We've seen these tag teams go at it. Mansoor was just reminded over social media of his campaign to buy Raw. And he was just like, yeah, that's right. I am trying to do that. But before we can do that, we have to get rid of these simpletons. And so he and AJ Styles take on Cena and Mahan in a non-title match. Mansoor especially wants to be rid of Mahan because he is interrupting all of his business. He separated him from his business partner. So Mansoor is seeming like a little hard to work with. They do still pick up the win, and it does finally start a rivalry. 3.5-star match, and even a level 2 rivalry. Mansoor and Styles defeat Cena and Mahan in a 3.5-star match. Not going to be on a Hell in a Cell card, but something to build towards. Dana Brooke was watching Wendy Chu's production earlier, and she tries to like shake Wendy Chu awake. And with Wendy Chu still like, sleeping soundly, Dana Brooke decides to put the sleeper hold on her. And it has to be broken up backstage, and the crowd is just like, whoa, we didn't expect Dana Brooke to really put on that level of aggression on somebody who was asleep. This is great. This is really making their feud super exciting. We want to see what happens at Hell in a Cell. Level 3 feud. Brooke calls out Chu. Great. And in your main event, Nikkita thinks that Ella is a fool for stepping out of the Raw executive leadership team. It's worked out tremendously for her. And Ella says, she's going to do it the right way. She's going to earn it. She's going to earn her title shot. And so here, where they're having a match between these two, former colleagues, and now, heated competitors. And Aaliyah, still wanting to claim her shot at the women's title and being ignored by Nikkita, decides to get involved in the match. And people love to see Aaliyah. How she gets involved. Maybe she is. Oh, okay. Here's what happens. As Nikkita and Ella are fighting, Nikkita blatantly attacks the referee. And because she's immune from any consequences because the referee's her employee. That's not how actual employment works, but in this sort of universe, for sure. And so now the match has no referee, and so Nikkita is free to just brutalize Ella. And then Aaliyah's music hits, and Aaliyah runs out wearing a referee uniform. So Aaliyah is now the special referee for this match, and let's see how it goes down. Ella Rubao, unsurprisingly, picks up a win. And it's strange bedfellows between these two, because Aaliyah and Ella, they were former tag team partners. They became heated rivals, and so Aaliyah giving Ella the win is, the crowd really wants to see what happens at Hell in a Cell, and it's announced a fatal 4-way match. Nikkita, Aaliyah, Ella, and Carmella. It will have a fatal 4-way match for the Raw Women's World title. So, we have a level 2 feud. Rubao defeats Lyons with a run-in from Aaliyah. 3.5 stars. If only it was a 4-star match, we could have gotten amazing booking. But that was a really good show. Jerry Lawler is still tired, but he's going to fight Hulk Hogan in a normal match.
2. That's it. Ring the bell.
And Hogan wins. Level 4 rivalry. This has just been a really great feud for him. The Rock is excellent. Tag team titles back on the line. Chester and Wade Barrett. Jey Uso injured for 4 weeks. There's the injuries are going to start piling up. Maya T. Kirk. I don't know what the pun is. Tiffany and Candice got all the titles. Becky and Gigi don't, but they have red hair.
2. That's it. Ring the bell.
Candice and Tiffany were on the same page because they were both facing forward, while Gigi and Becky were facing opposite directions. Brie Bella is here, and she's going to call out Maya T. Kirk and be like, "What's your pun?" And then Trick, Dominic, and Montez for no title.
2. Ring that
Who's
bell.
the Intercontinental Champion? It doesn't matter. Tag team titles, again, on the line.
1, 2.
New champs. Great, amazing rivalry. Goldberg is excellent and does some stuff for charity. Undertaker and Wesley, why not?
2.
Undertaker's just going to destroy Wesley, except Wesley wins and then doesn't get injured and starts a new rivalry. Kane is good. Omos and Cruz del Toro. Will Omos pick up a win? I doubt it.
3. Bell.
I was correct. Amazing. Jive Owens is good. And will Roxanne get injured? Nope. Well, maybe. Nope. but she does retain. Liv Morgan and Michin. Michin has got some momentum, and in fact, she also has a title. Too bad for Bailey. Shanky, he's trying. Fatal 4-way. Yeah, all right.
Ring the bell.
Not who I would have picked. Rob Van Dam is good. Yeah, sure.
Two. That's three.
Kind of lost the plot here. I got all the wrong people fighting each other, but great match regardless. Mustafa Ali is good. TLC match between a bunch of 100 stamina. How is Rhea at 100 stamina? You know what? I bet it was the Tyler Breeze card. Great match, though, for Cinnamon Garrett. Really proud of her. Yeah, so good booking, amazing booking, good booking. How are we doing? Okay, Carrie's stamina is like okay, but I don't think they're going to be on the card. And it did finally start a new rivalry, so really proud of the woman here. McStones picks up a win finally. Matador doesn't, and it doesn't boost their feud at all. This finally starts a feud. Cena's stamina is like okay. Popularity didn't go up. Neither did AJ's. We might be at a limit for these guys until I put them against some of the bigger stars. All the bigger stars on the men's roster, by the way, not even on this card, except for AJ. And then main event, staminas are still great. Popularity didn't go up at all for some reason. Nikkita's not upset because she's in the main event. Yeah, good. And we got our... Yeah, everything's good. 116 rating score this week. Lost 13,000 fans. Gained $150,000. Dapper Monster ESP. Oh yeah, Mahan learns about consequences. Shouldn't have tried that beatdown on Mansoor the other week. I feel like we've seen that before. SmackDown Messiah 2000 says, holy crap, Aaliyah just blindsided Nikkita. Please change your username. Thank you for watching the show. Muscle Woman 99. Love tonight's Raw and looking forward to next week. Yeah, it's going to be great. Massive Big Boot TLC. Styles Mansoor versus Cena Mahan was so bad-tempered. They must be itching to face off against each other again. Massive a sentence. Thank you for watching. Dana Brooke says, does anyone actually care what Wendy Chu has to say? Actually, yeah. Massive Business in France says, Indy and JC defend their belts successfully. Disappointing outcome for Valhalla and Carrie. Well, they're getting some support in the new team. Giant Monster in Russia says, Wendy Chu dropped a great promo tonight. They love the cinematography. 360 Mayor 98. Raw still beating NXT in the ratings for now, but how long will it last? NXT is turning around. How long will it last? Forever. There are 2 million fans behind us. Chill. Thank you for watching. Dr. Business in Denmark says, Ella beats Nikkita Lyons, and so easily, too. We'll see what happens at the live event. And Wendy Chu says, you talk a good game, Brooke, but my fists are going to do the talking next week. She did choke you out, so... all right. Watch Raw. 115 rating score. Lost 12,000 fans. Maybe this was just a bad week. Because why was our quality so bad? No show bonuses. Yeah, $62,000 for them. NXT 129 rating score. 20,000 fans. 123,000. People are there's a swell of support for NXT. But not NXT 2.0, who continues to lose fans every week despite being furthest behind. Rhea Ripley says, not much of a challenge, Cinnamon Garrett, and no thanks to you leeches out there. Rude. Cinnamon Garrett's great. We do get double cost. Not that we'll ever use it. And I'm going to stop the recording real quick to reset it and then do Hell in a Cell. All right, let's get into the premium live event, Hell in a Cell, Week 10. Valhalla says, oh, yeah, that's right. This is contract week. Valhalla says, my contract is up at the end of the week. I'd be interested in staying, and the cost would be $70K. Yeah, you got it. Small increase to Valhalla's morale. She's optimistic. Carrie Rush, contract is up at the end of the week. I'd be interested in staying, and the cost would be $256K. So this is likely, because her her popularity is 87, which is fine. She was on what, a 5-week contract or 10-week? Because I think I hired her week 1. Yeah, I hired her week 1, so she was on a 10-week contract. This is likely a permanent contract for the rest of the season, which I'm happy to do. Great. Small increase to her whatever. She's now green face happy. Rich Orikawa, contract is up at the end of the week. He's probably not super thrilled. He is interested in staying. You got it. Sure thing. Yeah, great. He's neutral, but we can do something with that. Cena. I can't stand teaming with Veer. He's the reason why we keep losing our tag matches, and I can't drill it into his thick skull. Let me prove who's the problem on the team. Give me a singles match tonight, and I'll show him how it's done. Fine. Cena is going to be a problem if I don't take care of him. Whatever. Thanks for the rematch against Veer. Told you I'd get the win this time. I have to say, you really look out for your talent here at Raw. You've been on the show before. You should know. All right, John, you've really screwed up my booking, huh? Rest your primary solo champions this week. It's not happening. So go away, Triple H. This is Hell in a Cell. Stupid. Power cards. I will buy this fixed match. That's good to have, and I don't care about injury rehab. Stamina check. Everybody's stamina should be good. Cena's is the only one that's not, and he's screwing up my card. So, oh no, Carrie Rush's, that was just a 11-week contract. What an odd amount. Oh no, it was a 10-week contract. It was an expensive 10-week contract. So I will use a contract extension on her. Okay. I'm going to do a morale check also really quick. Lots of green faces. Vicki is my lowest. New faces down here in the lower side. Carmella. LA Knight. Jesus, LA Knight. Orikawa is unsurprising. Veer, I just can't figure out. Okay. Great. Main event is for sure going to be the Fatal 4-Way. Nikkita, Aaliyah, Ella, and Carmella. World title. We'll figure out gimmicks later. No vetoes, which is tremendous. I'm very happy about. Wendy and Dana are going to be in Hell in a Cell. Their stamina's can absolutely take it, and it's not for a title, so they should be fine. Styles and Manhattan. Cross and Knight. Cena. this is for the title. Ooh, here's an interesting idea. Fatal 4-way. Mahan, Mansoor. Yes, title. This is good. This is my card. No tag team matches. Not a lot of like variety. But it's a good card. I want to do something here. I want to build feuds. I could do 4 callouts. I think that would cover everybody. Yeah, because unfortunately I don't have Xia or Vicki on the card. Even though their staminas are decent enough. The idea for Vicki and Xia would be to put them in the opening Hell in a Cell. But I think it might be better to just not. We'll do a self promo for Rich. We'll do Adora might just rest this week. Self promo for Vicki. This will be a call out. This will be, who do I have left? Valhalla and Hartwell. Valhalla and Hartwell. Okay, I like this order. Let's put some English on the ball. Okay. Figure out crew booking later. All the others should be fine. Okay. Cena and McStones is just going to be a normal match. And whatever, I don't care. It can suck. It's going to drag down my whole card regardless of what I do. And Cena's stamina is just killing me. Here we've got a title match. We've got all decent staminas except for Mansoor. Well, his is still reasonable. Knight and Cross are good. Okay. Tables. Both Aaliyah and Ella are good at tables matches. So that might be good here. Since that seems to be one of Nikkita's favorites. What is Nikkita's? Where are you? Nikkita especially, we don't actually know. So I could try something. Could try TLC. Could put them in Hell in a Cell. I don't think it's Hell in a Cell. I feel like Nikkita has been in a Hell in a Cell before. Falls Count Anywhere. I like the idea of TLC. Like a ladder match feels like a good like end to the show, or a good way to end the show. A good way to end some feuds. Yeah, I like it. I'm considering fixing the match for Nikkita again. But we'll see. These two will have a table match. Ooh, submission. Not opposed to that. What an expensive card. Submission is low quality boost. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. These are whatever tables. You get the tables match. Okay. I'm considering doing GM interference here. Maybe like 4 Flint McStones. But I feel like I just need to leave it. Tables matches, we'll be getting one of those. We're not doing Commissioner Goal this week. We're not doing interference or GM interference. I just got slow build on these two. Advertising booking, too bad. With all of this, I can get myself up to here. I don't have any run-ins I want to do, so I think that's fine. We'll be just shy of like perfect logistics. But this is a better bet. Cost is expensive. Did I have any contracts coming up? Or was the next one's not for 6 weeks? Yeah, Valhalla and Rich will be in. Oh, it's Cena. I don't think there's any way to get him. Let's read something here. Coast to Coast. A GM interference booked this show will provide an additional +2 show bonus and be free to book this week. So it does not give any like match quality boost. At least I don't want to quit. GM interference. Yeah. Tell me, Xavier. Okay, yeah, we know about that. Booking interference. GM interference lets you enter the corner of a book superstar. This provides a nice show bonus, but causes the interfered superstar to be quite upset, so book carefully. Okay, so no boost to the match, but I don't really care about the match quality. I'm gonna really quick clear this match for a second so I can do morale check. So Cena's morale is actually lower than McStone's. So doing a GM interference on Cena might be a worse idea. like this. I have to like think of the narrative spin here real quick. I have an idea of why she would like side with Cena over McStones. I could. If I fix the match so that McStones wins, then I can't fix the match for Nikkita. Let's just do some little boosts here. I'll give a little health spa to Carrie, and then a little health spa to Adore. Just little things to help. Only having one of these stinks. I'm not going to use any of like my special cards, like for getting higher match rating. I don't think I need them, and I would rather save them for WrestleMania at this point. Does contract negotiation give like a morale boost? I don't know. I'm over worrying. No, they're both happy faces. I can do this. It's fine. Okay. Make sure all my titles are on the line. This one is not for some reason. No titles for either of these, but we do have specialty. So we have Hell in a Cell opener. We have a GM interference. We've got a tables match, double rivalry ender, with a tables match specialty, submission specialty, world title feud ender. TLC will end Rubao Carmella, but Nikkita Aaliyah will continue. Do not quit. Stop doing that. Where is it? Fixes in. And then I sent my people home, so I can't John Cena solo match to prove his point to his tag partner. Got it. El Rubao shot at the Raw Women's World Championship. Got it. Veer Mahan expects to make an appearance. Got it. We're doing all the things. We're not doing Triple H because no. We've got all of those. We are at maximum logistics for everything. Our show cost is obscene, but we'll make the money back. All the riles. I think this is the show. We're in Orlando, Florida. That's good to know. This is going to be 10 million fans. This is the night. Orlando, Florida. It's humidity in a stadium. It's hell in a cell. It's the road to 10 million fans, and it takes us right through your city. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for being fans of Monday Night Raw. And speaking of humidity in the stadium, it's hell in a cell. We've seen this match in Wendy Chu's dreams, and now it is coming to reality. Dana Brooke attempted to put the sleeper hold on Wendy while she was already asleep last week. And so this feud has boiled to such an extent that it is now being held within the eponymous Hell in a Cell. And so, yeah, we'll see how these two go at each other. This will end their feud. It was only a level 3 feud, but it feels like a level 4.
1, 2, that's 3, bell!
Dana Brooke picks up a huge win. 4.5-star opener, ends the feud. Brooke defeats Chu. 4.5 stars. Ends the rivalry. Vicki McLeod comes out, and she is surprised to not see Xia Li interrupting her, so she feels like she's got the upper hand. And in fact, we actually see Vicki McLeod is confused actually as to where Xia Li is, and so she pulls up because she was going to surprise her by saying like, oh, to get the upper hand on Xia, she is tracking her location. She set up Find My Friends on Xia Li's phone, and she's tracking where Xia Li is, and it looks like Xia is actually currently en route to next week's location. So she is already setting up and getting a leg up. So Vicki books it out of the stadium, and she is trying to figure out the best way to get to next week's show. But it was good. A good little, levity after a classic Hell in a Cell match. John Cena, after having started a tag team rivalry last week, unfortunately not a tag team match since everybody else has other preoccupations. And Cena also wants to figure out what Flint McStone's kind of bug, this bug on his back is. And so they're going to have a singles match here. After Cena was insistent on having a singles match this week, actually. So separating himself from the tag team nonsense. And Stephanie McMahon, she comes out and she sits on commentary and she says, I need to have a, show that I am being impartial. Like, I'm not strictly favoring any of Nikkita's picks or anything. So I'm here at Cena's request to commentate over this match.
1, 2, it's over. Bring it.
And Cena does win, and it's good, and it grows a rivalry 3 stars. So level 2 rivalry. Cena defeats McStone's PhD in a 3-star match. Pretty good. Did I use Coast to Coast? I might not have. I might have forgotten. Whoops. Yeah, I definitely did because the cost is $2,000. So, shoot. Well, whatever. Our show could have been just that much better. Valhalla, after failing to capture the tag team titles, she comes out and she calls out Indy and, on behalf of her tag team partner, Carrie Rush, who has had several wins over Indy Hartwell. And she says, Indy, the next time we fight, it's not going to be the same. And much like I became Wendy Chu's nightmare, I will become your nightmare. And whoever's making noises outside my window is making me upset. So we're going to be done after I record this show. Excellent. Grows the rivalry to level 2. Level 2 rivalry. Valhalla. It's probably just my neighbor. They keep weird hours also, but I don't know why they have to be making noise. Excellent promo, by the way. We have been seeing all these stars fighting for several months, and it's time to put an end to a lot of this. It's time to put everything out on the table. Heath Manhattan and AJ Styles have been feuding for the U.S. title. AJ has partnered with Mansoor to get the Raw Tag Team titles. Veer Mahan has been a thorn in Mansoor's side. And so Heath is just like, you know what? Let's just everybody gets a shot at the U.S. title, and you'll all see why I am the United States champion. And so they are going to have a fight. Tables match.
1, 2, that's it. Ring the bell.
Veer Mahan. 5-star match. That I did not expect that result at all. A surprise victory for the man of the people, Veer Mahan. So double rivalry ender. Mahan defeats Mansoor, Styles, and Manhattan in a, make sure I get my coding correctly here, 5-star match. But the U.S. title changes hands. Congratulations to Veer Mahan. Rich Orikawa, he has a video promo hyping him up, telling him about his Warriors journey to make it to Raw. He's fought through other shows, through other promotions. He is a true fighter. And if there's one thing that people describe him, we get interviews with some of his famous opponents throughout the years, and they all say one thing about Rich Orikawa, and that's consistency. And it's just an excellent, and we see at the end, produced by Wendy Chu. LA Knight and Karrion Kross have been at each other for quite some time now. They've traded the world title back and forth, and it's time to finally put it to an end. And the only way to do so is through a submission match. So the one who taps out will not be champion. LA Knight, Karrion Kross. Let's put it to bed.
1, 2, that's 3.
Karrion Kross regains the title in a 4.5-star match. Ends their feud. I'm happy about it. Kross defeats Knight. I think I have an idea of who to do next. 4.5 stars. Men's world title. JC Jane wants to piggyback, or wants to respond to Valhalla's message earlier, where she says, I don't worry about nightmares. I worry about what's real. And what's real is that Indy and I are the tag champs. And I've been tag champs with Shotzi before. I have, been in various tag teams. I know about the tag team division, and I run this place. Carrie Rush, she thinks that she can run, but all she's going to be doing is running away from me when we retain our titles. And it's good, if not a little convoluted. Level 2 promo. Jane calls Rush. And in our main event, ladder match, TLC actually, because if you've got ladders, you may as well have tables and chairs. There's still some tables left over, and perhaps there's some chairs from when Stephanie McMahon was out on commentary. So Nikkita Lyons has Aaliyah has staked her claim at the world title. Ella has staked her claim at the world title. Carmella believes she deserves another shot. And Nikkita says, you all cannot reach my level. I am leadership for a reason. And so it becomes a ladder match. They have to climb the ladder and retrieve the belt for victory. They have their match. They're fighting. And Aaliyah, at one point, gets to the top of the ladder. Everybody else is down. She goes to try to pull the women's world title from the where it's hanging, and she's pulling and pulling, and it's not coming down. And the crowd is going nuts. They're just like, what's happening? And the camera, like we see on the big Titantron on the main screen, the camera zooms in, and they see that the title is actually locked. Somebody's put a padlock on the hanging thing. Nikkita will then come up, and she'll knock Aaliyah off of the ladder. She'll pull out a key, unlock the lock, and then pull the title down. So the fix was in. Nikkita retains the world title. Level 3 feud? Yeah. Level 3 feud, but it ends Carmella Ella. Lions retains. Defeats Aaliyah. Big loss for Aaliyah, too. She's been on a winning streak. Even though I don't think I've had her compete all month. Whoopsie. But defeats Rubao and Carmella in a 5-star match. Yeah. Great show. Didn't need to use any extra cards. Weakest point was Cena and McStones, only because I forgot to use Coast to Coast. Triple threat for the world title. Mysterio, Williams, Elias. Trick Williams, world champ. Ends their rivalry. Okay. Raquel is okay. Intercontinental title. Apparently Dexter Lumis was the champion. Rock and Barrett. Lumis retains. It's amazing. Alexa Bliss is here now, and she calls out Raquel, and it's okay. Tag champs, but no titles on the line, and also Brie Bella is running in on somebody. Champs retain. It's not a feud, but it also starts Bella Stratton. Sure, whatever. Logan Paul and Elias. Why wasn't Logan in the match? Chester and Montez Ford. Sure.
That's it.
Level 100 popularity Chester, by the way. And Hogan and Lawler in the main event. Sure.
It's over.
Hogan wins. Another Iron Man match, by the way, and Lawler injured. Unsurprising. NXT backstage brawl, not for the title, but will probably end their feud. I imagine Roxanne, yeah. Also, their feud's not even close to being done, so okay. Goldberg is excellent. Zoe and Bianca, sure. Bianca starts a new rivalry. Kane, it just does nothing but cut excellent promos. Jive Owens and Roman Reigns, probably going to end it. But would love to see Jive Owens win. Nope. But classic, normal match. Matt Riddle is the North American champion, and he calls out Ciampa instead of actually fighting him. Undertaker and Wesley, they've got something going on, and Wesley, injury, I have to imagine. No. Rather than ending their feud, Omos is just going to be like, why am I losing all the time? And then tag team titles in the main event. That makes sense, actually. No Hell in a Cells, by the way. And they can't even afford Hell in a Cell, so... okay. Apparently they didn't have women's tag team champs, so alright. Michin and Rhea versus Caden and Cinnamon. Let's go, Caden and Cinnamon. Come on. Give me something. Braun Strowman, excellent. Ezekiel and Gallows for the world title. And Ali is running in for some reason. Gallows retains. Clint McDougal calls out Tyler Bate, and it's good. Shanky and Santos. All right. Ends their rivalry. Rob Van Dam is excellent. Liv and Bailey, not for the title because they don't have the title anymore. Liv, good win. No rivalry. Tyler Bate responds to Clint McDougal, and it's good. And Finn and The Miz have a rivalry match for the North American title. Falls Count Anywhere, The Miz is classic. Amazing booking, I believe, for all shows except for NXT 2.0. NXT 2.0 might actually have poor opening. Bummer. Hell in a Cell, everybody's doing great. Their staminas are still fine. Wendy Chu not getting as much popularity as I would like. That's alright. Cena, stamina. God. Why does Cena use so much more stamina than everybody else? Flint McStones. That shakeup's really not doing it for me. 20% popularity is going to be at most like 1 popularity each time anybody performs, but we're getting people to decent amounts, I guess. 70s and 80s is fine. Staminas are still fine here. Big win for Veer. Big win for Cross. The LA Knight's popularity dropping like a rock. Yeah, good. Just poor class matchups, but that's fine. And then huge match. Nikkita getting back up there. Carmella getting back up there. Aaliyah and Ella both need to rest. And building feuds. Okay. 151 rating score, 153,000 fans. We have made it to 10 million fans. Congratulations to us. $235,000 gained despite spending so much on contracts. We found Nikkita Lyons' specialty. It is TLC matches. So Giant Hitman 2000. Nikkita Lyons is such a natural at TLC matches. Need to see this more often. Thank you for watching. King Disciple in Russia. Welcome back. Such a good way to close out the rivalry of Karrion Kross and LA Knight. Almost didn't want it to end. Thank you for watching. Heart Show 82. Didn't expect that. Stephanie making life hard for Flint McStones to help out John Cena. Keep watching. Top Rope Hitman in Denmark or Delaware says Nikkita gets revenge on Aaliyah for that run-in the other week. She got what was coming to her. Well, the fix was in. Specialist contender, show of the year, maybe even the decade. I've had better, but I appreciate you watching. Thank you. At Glorious Show says Manhattan had his work cut out trying to defend that title against Veer Mahan and Mansoor and couldn't manage it in the end. Congrats to Veer Mahan. Giant Rumble 77 says Karrion Kross wins the championship tonight off of LA Knight. Kross earned it. I agree. Royal Striker Live says JC calling out Kerry Rush tonight and hitting the target. Good promo. Dapper Worshipper Friend, mess of a username, says Karrion Kross and LA Knight may not have been a classic matchup of styles, but had so many other things going for it. Just a great match. See, that's what I'm saying. Class matchups are, people complain about them way too much. Unholy Singer 79 says that match with Karrion Kross was so good. Can't deny LA Knight made the match special. I agree. 119 rating score for SmackDown, 70,000 fans. Just imagine if I'd remembered to use Coast to Coast. $60,000. Great. Jerry Lawler can really take a hit, but it looked really painful. There was a DQ, I guess, during the tag match. 135 rating score for NXT, 123,000 fans, $88,000 dues. What in the world is Jive Owens' username? Jive Jukin. Okay. Good performance against Roman Reigns. Sometimes the Raw just doesn't go your way. Well, we hope to see more of you. I hope to see more of you. 119 rating score for 2.0. $90,000 lost, or 90,000 fans lost $6,000. And tonight's NXT 2.0 was amazing. We get our fans tier 5 for reaching 10 million fans. Good job, us. We already have 10 Hall of Fame trophies, but we will take it. Congratulations to me. We got Karrion Kross and Nikkita Lyons sitting on top. I think that's how we started. We've got, going over SmackDown, NXT 2.0, and SmackDown seems to be really gaining fans at a glacial pace. So again, I'm not super worried. We are over 1 million over them again. NXT has been the fastest growing show, but they are still way far behind, and they also are behind 2 Hall of Fame trophies, so they have a lot of just like logistics to figure out to get themselves to even challenge SmackDown. So yeah, that will do it. That was a lot of recording for me. I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to edit. Next time we will continue with month 3, heading into our next live event. We'll have to figure out what our next bit is going to be, since we are past the road to 10 million fans. The road to 11 million, what a hassle. The road to stay on 10 million, honestly. We are all but certain to lose fans every week. But there's still plenty of developments to come with the executive leadership storyline. There's still, there's an opening on the board now. So that'll do it. I'm going to still record like the shakeups after this and emails. But thank you very much for watching. I have been Bread Fiesta, and I hope your day is going exactly the way that you want it to.